today we are going to have this interview session, and I'm glad that you can come, John. Let's go and see. We are looking for some QA testers for our team that we are just. The project is currently in progress, so I would like to know a little bit more about what you have done and what your interests are. Can you just let me know?
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you for accepting my resume for interview. This is John, and I have good experience with one of the telecom company. I worked in telecom billing application where end users can log into the online application and they can pay the bills online. Basically, this application is involving in more into a customer can log into the application, look into the bills, view the bills, and make the bills payments. And when the user make the payment, they can select multiple options like they can pay by credit card or a check or different other options. The user also can make the payment by scheduling the payment. Depends on the payment schedules. They can make the partial payment or they can pay the full payment. So as a tester, I involved in complete testing life cycle right from the beginning, like reviewing the requirement documents like user stories, attending daily stand-up meetings, and also developed test cases and test plans, and prepared the test data by executing SQL queries. And I also executed test cases developed by different team members. So we involved in different testing methodologies like agile environment. Right from the beginning, like I worked with the development team to understand the different requirements. Like when we have a problems with the application, we worked with the team to resolve the issues. I also involved in testing the web services, some of the ETL process to validate the reports. So that is about myself.
Sounds good. So your project is basically billing, online billing payment, and what are the different? You said you have used user stories and daily meetings. That means what are the different methodologies you have used in this project? And were there a couple of different projects with different methodologies?
Yeah, basically the project I worked is a recent project is with agile development methodology. In this agile methodology, basically we have a 2 weeks sprint plans. But once the sprint plan is finalized, user stories are finalized. We have a daily stand-up meetings to work with our team. Every day in the morning, we have a conference call with the offshore team and the on-site team. We review what was happened before yesterday and what are the status of each user story and how many points are we achieved for each user story. So, for example, for this sprint plan, we have like 60 points to achieve. Let's say we have like 5 stories and 60 points. So one story has 5 points, one story has 8 points, like that. So we have like total 60 points to achieve. Then in the initial stage, the development team is develop the application, develop the user stories, and it deploys to our testing environment. Once the testing is passed, so we complete that particular points. Let's say user story one, online bill payment with credit card. That is the story one. So if the story is developed by developers and it comes to our QA team, we test that, and if it is passed, then we reach like in, let's say we have 8 points for this story. So we completed the 8 points out of 60 points. So that is one of this agile methodology we worked in this current project. And previous project I was in waterfall methodology where all the business requirements are implemented. Once the complete application is developed, the features are implemented. It is the code is deployed to QA environment. We tested all the requirements. Then after we test the requirement, if we have any problems, and we work with developers. then developer fix the problem, and we will retest the defect. So in the waterfall methodology, it a little bit different because a whole entire release is developed at one time, and we will test it in a different time. Like let's say 3 months application is developed, and 3 months we are testing, and 1 month is for deployment and everything in production. But in agile methodology, it's not like that. Every 2 weeks we have a user stories are implemented. It's like uh, divided into parts. Let's say we have like complete billing application. We have like 50 user stories. First 2 weeks, first uh, sprint plan one, we deployed two like 10 user stories. Next 2 weeks we have like another 10 user stories. Like that, it will be divided by parts in agile environment. But in waterfall, in my previous project, all the 50 requirements are developed at and deployed to our QA environment in waterfall.
Sounds good. So you are familiar with both waterfall and agile, and uh, the difference what I'm hearing from you is waterfall is a step-by-step process from the starting to the ending, where in agile we are going to divide the whole functionalities into sets of user stories and sprints, and then we are working on them. So you said we have used user stories and their points. Who decides on the points, and did you get to give the points, and how far were you successful in most of the sprints in completing your work?
Basically, we have a team of members like business analyst and a scrum master. Basically, initially when the user stories are defined, work with the actual client end user, they decide the business analyst and scrum master and architects, they will decide how many points has to be for each user story. Can you repeat that question again?
How far were you successful in completing the sprints? Like, for example, before starting a sprint, you said we divide the user stories and we take few user stories per sprint and try to achieve it. So, were you able to complete them, or was the team able to finish them?
Yeah, basically, not all the time we are able to finish the deadlines. For example, uh, in my previous sprint plan, we have like 12 user stories. We have 2 weeks time to finish it, but we were able to, even development itself, they could not able to finish 12. They completed actually 12 stories. Sorry, 10 stories they finished out of 12, and we still have 2 stories are pending for the previous sprint plan. But as per the client requirement and the actual deadlines, we have to start the next sprint plan, which has another 8 stories. So we started the next sprint plan immediately, but simultaneously we are also working on the previous plan, which we pending for 2 stories. So sometimes we have to work a little bit extra time or weekends to complete the stories, but it's still, we have still pending. Sometimes the team might be not be available due to some other schedule conflicts. So we have to continue the current sprint plan stories, as well as we work on the previous pending stories in the current schedule.
I like the idea, like what you have said is we are going to work on the previous stories along with what we have to do right now, which we are taking up. Because all about agile methodology is trying to make the team self sufficient and self organized and do their work. So I think that comes through that. So, what we can say is agile is an incremental deployment of the user stories to the business, which is very good. Can you tell me, you said it is your application, latest one is online application where the payments are all are done. So is there any web services that you're familiar with, you have worked on? And if so, what is the tool you have used?
Yeah, basically, yes, we do have a middleware technology web services which is developed in Java technology, Java based web services. For example, when the customer make the payment, they select schedule a payment, and the service call, let's say the service called make payment is a one of the web service call. As a end user, if you use the web on the front end, you select the click on make payment, and you select the payment options, and select the schedule and provide the information and click make payment. That is how you do as a, on the GUI. But when you send a request on the front end, let's say front end is developed in some different technology and back end is in different technology, let's say C or C++ something. So to communicate between two different platforms, so the application is developed, there is a middleware technology which is called web services. So I tested the web services, make sure the application is working well, because what happens is on the end user, let's say as an end user you are going to the front end browser, Internet Explorer on the desktop, and you are making the payment, but some other user going to the mobile application and making the payment. So somebody using Android app to make the payment, somebody using iPhone app to make the payment. But the problem here is like the backend application is same, but front end you are using different interfaces like mobile application or desktop applications, desktop browsers. So that is why there is a web services are implemented in the middleware to take the request from any interface from the front end in XML format and send the request to the backend, get the response and send it back to the front end in XML format. So that is where the web services came into the picture. So basically I validated these web services using SOAP tool to, just like if you are making the payment on the front end, I am using, there is something service called make payment is a service, web service call, which is a SOAP call. So I use a SOAP tool to give the input using XML format and send the request to the backend, and using SOAP tool I get the response in XML format. The XML response I validated in the SOAP tool. So when I using validating the response in the response XML, basically I use different conditions like checkpoints, like assertions to validate whether the make payment is processed or not. When we make the payment is successful, and the response XML says that so your payment is successful. The the transaction ID is 1234. So I make sure the transaction ID is responded, and I also compare this response with the database. Make sure the response, the transaction ID received on the web services is matching with the data in the database.
Sounds like an end-to-end testing, right, with the web services. It yeah, sounds very good. So, what kind of challenges, like, or the defects that have come up during this web services testing? Can you just give me one high priority or one high severity defects that you have come across, and did the team agree with it, and how did you resolve it?
Basically, when we are testing the application, we always have a lot of issues, like environment issues, especially. So the application is deployed to our QA environment, but there are some batch jobs executed on the backend. For example, when we schedule a payment, let's say I want to make the payment on a particular day and time, March 21st, 2014 at 12 p.m. because at that time only I will get my money on my credit card or my bank account. That's why I schedule the payment on particular date. But the problem here is on my front end, my system date is Eastern time zone. On the back end is Central time zone or different time zone is scheduled. The time zone is not matching with the time I scheduled my payment on the front end. So when I schedule the payment, it's supposed to execute. Let's say I schedule the payment at 8 p.m. EST on March 21st. But when it is executed on the back end, it is executing at 10 p.m. EST, because that was on the back end on the Unix server. The time zone was mentioned on Mountain time zone, which is like 2 hours behind the EST. So that's why it is not executing as per my schedule. So that is a configuration issue we have, but we cannot argue with the developer. The developer is saying that it is executing as per it is scheduled on my system, because on their development environment all the things are configured properly. Their time zone on the front end, on the back end, and middleware, wherever all the servers, the time zone is properly configured. But on the QA environment, the time system times are not configured properly. That is why we are failing in QA environment. So that is the reason the developers are not agreeing with the actual issue what I am talking. So then we worked with the configuration team, and we found that this is the issue with system date and time. Because the one of the reason I could not able to find the system date is we don't have access to the particular billing servers. Then we worked with configuration team, and uh, we we found the actual issue. We also researched the log files in the back end. We found that the timestamp on the log file is different, and the timestamp on the front end where I am submitting the schedule is different. So we finally found the issue and resolved it. But it's basically it's not a developer point of view. It's not a problem, but they they felt a little bit uncomfortable because we keep on talking to them and we are telling that we exchange like 5 6 emails, but they are not agreeing with this issue. But finally we found that this is a configuration issue. So these kind of problems we face. We also found different kind of high severity and high priority problems, like when we submit the credit card uh, credit card payment. Basically we give the correct date, expiration date is like future date, because as per the date, credit card expiration date should be future date or current date. It should not be a previous date. But system is accepting previous date also, but it should fail in the front end itself, because the customer may be using the old card, they can make the payment by mistake, but system should not allow in the front end itself. But it is failing after we schedule the payment after after 2 days, after 2 days, 3 days, when we schedule the payment. But the problem here is we schedule the payment as per the payment date, but it should I give the wrong credit card information. So if I give the wrong credit card information, it should fail immediately, but it is failing when the payment is processed. uh, the problem here what happened is, the payment, if the payment is made and if the payment is failed as per the condition, let's say if the payment is made on 26th day of the month, and if it is a delay, if the payment is not, if it is failed, and if the customer failed to make the payment, there is a late payment has to be applied. But the problem is, of course, the customer gave the wrong credit card information, but the system should fail upfront, not at the last minute when the payment is processed. So the customer is felt that the credit card is payment is went through and everything is fine, but on the when they executed, the payment is failed, and the late fee was charged to the customer. So customer was got mad that this payment is when made the payment, I got the transaction ID successful ID, but when the payment is processed, it says payment is failed because of the credit card information, and late fee was charged. So it should be informed before, not at the payment was when the billing was processed. So customer was asking for the refunds or the late payment. Late fees was charged. They are asking for the refunds. So this is a kind of a production issue which was found in the production. But this kind of scenarios we didn't find in the development. Later, this kind of scenarios we detected in the testing phase also. Similar kind of scenarios, and we worked with the development team to resolve it.
Sounds good. Yeah, I think nowadays we have to be very careful, like with the dates and all, and the message if it's coming up on time. This sounds very good. And we just talked about one of your projects, and what I'm thinking is let me just go over your resume and look at the other projects, and we'll come back to you. And thank you for your time today. And let's take a break and come back to it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.